are now watching I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel.
I shot him 6 times. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you all having a great evening. Welcome to I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I am your host, creator, proprietor, Marcus. Hope everybody is having a great evening tonight. Hope you guys are ready for tonight's conversation. If you guys seen the thumbnail, and I've talked about it obviously throughout the last week. Tonight, we are going to be doing a live theory / Q&A discussion for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot that is coming out in July. So, guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. If you guys haven't checked out my trailer breakdown, definitely go check it out. You know, it was probably like 25 minutes long. I really went hard into this trailer and broke down a lot of things that I saw in that trailer. So, check it out if you guys haven't already. I'm excited for I Know What You Did Last Summer, 2025, because I'm a fan of the original. You know, I'm a fan of the original too, I should say. I think it's underrated. Doesn't get enough love. I love Jennifer Love Hewitt. I love Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar, Brandy even. You know, the 90s slashers, you know, is where I grew up in. That was my era. So I am super excited to go down this rabbit hole and talk about some I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot theories, see what you guys are thinking about it. Killers, final girls, final guys. We're all going to discuss it here in this live stream. But I will tell you guys, we do have a goal set. Now, of course, we don't have to hit the goal. That's totally up to you guys, whatnot. But basically, I started a goal, 10 super chats. It can be anything. It can be $1, $2. You guys know how I roll. So if we hit the goal of 10 super chats or whatnot, I will do a live watch party marathon of all 3 I Know What You Did Last Summer films on a date of your choosing. That's right. It does not have to be leading up to the week of the actual film coming out. It could be next week. It could be 2 weeks from now, whenever you guys decide. So if we hit the super chat goal, that is what I will do for you guys. I will do a live watch marathon of all 3 I Know What You Did Last Summer films in one day. This should be a lot of fun. You know, I think this is going to be a great conversation because we have yet to really talk about I Know What You Did Last Summer theories. This is the first live stream that I'm doing talking about it. Like I said, I did do the trailer breakdown. I even shared a theory in regards to Sarah Michelle Gellar's character, Helen Shivers, and why I think so many Easter eggs of her were in that trailer. And I'm interested to see what you guys think about it. You know, and if you guys caught those Helen Shivers Easter eggs, and what do you guys make of it? This is definitely going to be a fun conversation. I have a feeling we're going to have a great time tonight. But before we get into the discussion, obviously, I do want to get to you guys' comments here. I did see that King Matthew III. I'm going to touch on this here in a second, Matthew. Don't worry. I'm going to get to your theory. I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat. See who's all here. What's up, Dom? I hope you're having a great night, buddy. Paula, what's going on? Hope you're having a great night as well. Thank you for joining. Yes, Paula, absolutely. I love the original as well. I think it's fantastic. I mean, I just think it's different in its own way because you knew who the killer was. But what was brilliant about that first film is you didn't know what the killer looked like. So it still had that whodunit aspect to it without it actually being a whodunit. You guys get what I'm saying? What's up, Patrol? Thank you for stopping in, buddy. Saying, hey, everyone, let's get spooky. That's right. That's right, man. I'm really excited, you know, about this film. I'm happy that it's going back to Southport. It's going back to its roots. So this should be a good film. I have a feeling this is going to be one of the better reboots / remakes, whatever you want to call it, in a long time. Interesting, Dom. Yeah, I'm definitely going to touch on that because I have the same theory. I agree with you. Wrong, Paula. There is 3 I Know What You Did Last Summer movies. There's I Know What You Did Last Summer. There's I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. And then there's I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. Now, the third one is not popular. That's probably why you didn't hear about it, Paula. It went straight to DVD. and plus it just wasn't that great of a film. But I am willing to do the trifecta. I'm willing to even add 3 if we meet our super chat goal tonight. So there is 3 films. And as a quick, little history lesson, Don Shanks, who played Michael Myers in Halloween 5 and has played in many horror movies, stunt double, all that stuff. He was the one playing the fisherman in I Know What You Did Last Summer 3. And I didn't spoil anything. I just told you who's playing the fisherman. It does not mean that he's like Don Shanks' character in the film is the actual killer. And that's all I'm going to say. Yay, what's going on, Kyle? Fletch Movies and Pop Culture 13 stopping in. Hey, what's going on? Glad to see you, man. We definitely got to get together for a live stream soon. I know we talked a few days ago, so we're going to have to see what our schedules is looking like and see what we can do. Kyle saying, hope you're doing well, buddy, and I know, and I still know. Yeah, absolutely. I love the first 2. Very underrated in my opinion. And I get why they're underrated, because, Scream, is the mother load out of the 90s slashers. So Scream definitely did overshadow those 2 films a lot. But I feel like I Know What You Did Last Summer, arguably, maybe with a tie with Urban Legend, could be tied for the second spot in that conversation. Flet saying hi to Paula and Dom. Oh, you're good, King Matthew. You're good. And I will be getting back to you guys' theories and all that stuff. I just want to say what's up to everybody here in the chat. I did see that we, you know how it goes. It jumps up and down and stuff. So just want to make sure I get to everybody that I do see here. Yo, what's up, Jordan? Jordan Talks Film in the chat. What's going on, bro? Saying, what's popping, my boy, man? You already know, just chilling, ready to talk some I Know What You Did Last Summer theories, answer you guys' questions on, what you guys think I might feel about it, and hear you guys' theories as well. Yeah, Jordan, I seen you said that earlier, and it's funny because me and Destin are going to do a live, actual spoiler review. We just did a first reaction, as you know, the other night, and I'm going to watch it again just so that I can be on my A game, because I felt like I really wasn't on my A game that night because it was super fucking late, and I just wanted to talk about the movie because I just watched it. I'll go back and watch it, but on my first watch, I personally cannot give it a perfect 10 out of 10. I just can't. Certain reasons why I explained in that stream is why I can't give it. But maybe when I go back and rewatch it, I'll have a difference of opinion. Maybe I'll feel the same way as you do. Oh, bro. Jordan saying, I don't know if I've watched all the other Final Destinations in full before I remember all the highlights. I will say this, Jordan. Definitely go back and revisit the entire franchise. Watch 5, especially. Especially watch 5, man. Just give it a watch. I'll put it this way. If you think Final Destination Bloodlines is a perfect 10 out of 10, I think you'll think number 5 is a perfect 20 out of 20. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, it was okay. It was all right. I mean, it's good for what it is. It serves its purpose. That's what I'll say. Hey, what's going on, Stella G? Thank you for stopping in. It's great to see you. I hope you are having a great night. All right, guys, so let's get it. Now that I'm caught up with everybody's chats, everybody's comments and stuff, I am going to delve into some of you guys' theories. So the first one we had here was from King Matthew III, and this came in at 6:28 p.m. This was before the stream even started. King Matthew goes on and say, my top theory for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer film is Ray will be the killer. I haven't seen the second one yet. Seen the first one, and Ray was suspicious in the first one. I would say definitely see the second one before you come to a final verdict on Ray in this new one. Interestingly enough, I do think that there is room for the conversation to think that Ray could be the killer in this new reboot. I do. especially in regards to, where him and Julie's relationship seems to be at. And just certain dialogue in that trailer, from his little piece of dialogue that he said in the trailer, it definitely raised my eyebrows. So I will say that Ray is definitely on the suspect list for sure. But definitely go back and watch 2, or you can wait to watch 2 again if we hit the super chat goal. 10 super chats. It can be anything, $1, $2, whatever you guys want, or whatever. If we meet the goal, I will do a live watch marathon of all 3 I Know What You Did Last Summer films right here on the channel. It'll probably be like a 6-7 hour marathon. So if that's what you guys want to do, if we hit the goal, that's what we'll do. And King Matthew also finishing up that theory with, and plus Ray barely got attacked in the first one. So imagine if he was in on the attacks because he did have a feud with Max, who died first. Maybe he did the attacks to get back with Julie. Very, very possible, especially in this new one. I will say that. Especially in this new one, I think you can make that assumption that Ray could be involved. And another thing about Ray, too, is that, what always puzzled me about the character in comparison to Julie, Ray, even though everything happened to them back there in Southport, Ray would never leave Southport. It's kind of like the Dewey effect, you know what I mean? That was his home, and he never had plans of really leaving. He wanted to plant his flag where he knew best, which was Southport. So, yeah, man, I mean, it's definitely very possible. It is very, very possible. For sure. One of my big theories, getting back to this theory here that I want to bring up here real quick. I seen it here earlier. Just give me 1 second, guys. I got to go find it. Yes, this one from Dominic St. Clair's Gaming and Film saying, I have a theory that the killer is definitely a part of the friend group. Yes, absolutely. I definitely do too. And I'm going to get into my spew as to why. And I mentioned it, I think, in my trailer breakdown video for the movie, why I felt this way, but I'm going to tell you guys here now. There's a reason they're covering the killer's face in this movie. As you guys saw in the trailer, the killer's face is covered with some type of black mask, something like that. Kind of reminds me of Urban Legend a little bit. And what happened in Urban Legend? One of the friends turned out to be the killer, right? So I think the reason why they decided to cover the face was because one of the killers, and I do think we might have multiple killers, and I Know What You Did Last Summer in this new reboot. One of the killers is going to be somebody from the friend group. That's what I think. If I had to guess right now, based on how I've been feeling and what I've been thinking, it could actually be our final girl, chasesuiwonders, the one that they said is going to be the new Julie James in this film. That's what I think. You know what I mean? I think that she's going to be the one behind everything. And some could say, oh, well, she was there the night of the accident, so on and so forth. And that's true. But who was the person that they killed that night is the question. Because if it was somebody that she was involved with, Ava's character, which is chasesuiwonders, if it's somebody that Ava was involved with that they accidentally killed, and madelyncline's character was the main culprit as to why what happened, like I believe, then it's very plausible to think that Ava's character could be out for revenge and she's going about it this way. So I definitely do think that one of the killers will definitely be a part of the friend group. Keep in mind that in the trailer, and I broke this down in the trailer as well, they kind of made it obvious that the killer is going to be a female. You know, if you look closely at the shot, towards the end of the trailer, you can see some breastises. It's just calling it for what it is. You see some breastises. So that lets you know that one of the killers, if there is going to be multiple, if not multiple, that just lets you know the killer is a female. So it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see how they do this. And I actually like the aspect, I know some don't, because that's what made the first one brilliant. The first one wasn't a whodunit. Wasn't a whodunit movie at all. We knew who the killer was. We just didn't know what he actually looked like without the blood on his face from getting ran over. We didn't actually know what the killer looked like. Even when he was underwater, when he put him in the water and he grabbed Helen's crown and Barry went in and grabbed it from him and he opened his eyes, you really couldn't tell what Ben Willis looked like. You really couldn't. It was still difficult. So what made that first movie great was that it wasn't a whodunit, but because the way that Ben Willis disguised his face underneath the slicker, it felt like a whodunit, even though it wasn't. But me personally, I think them going with a whodunit aspect for this new film, I'm on board for it. You got to get different somehow, right? And I'm not against it. I'm not against it at all. So I'm excited to see how much of a whodunit this movie is going to be, and if there are going to be multiple killers. I personally think there is going to be more than one killer. I do. And I'm all here for it. I'm all here for it. And I did see Jordan said, yeah, bro, we never did get to do that Terrifier stream back in October. I don't even want to get started on how bad October was for me last year. But, you know, things are definitely changing. That's why you obviously see me streaming a lot more, doing a lot more content than I was over the last year and a half. I'm getting things back on track. So maybe in October this year, when Halloween time is about to come around, maybe on the anniversary of Terrifier 3, we do a stream and talk about it. Do a 1-year anniversary stream. Jordan saying, I hear the fourth is doo-doo. There's 3 films and then there's the TV show. So if you want to count the TV show as the 4th installment in the franchise, obviously feel free to do so. Excuse me. The 3rd movie and the TV show were fucking terrible. But I will say this, the 3rd movie is far more watchable than that god awful fucking TV show that they made for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, I remember when they dropped the announcement for that, I got super excited because I'm like, holy shit, okay, maybe this could not only lead into a future film, but maybe they'll kind of go in the direction that Scream TV series went in. Tell a really good story, have really compelling killers, have compelling characters, so on and so forth. And by the end of that TV show, I was so lost and so confused. I was just like, who the fuck made this? Like, it was terrible. It really was. It's like they had an idea of what they wanted to do, but because things kept changing, I think the showrunners kept changing. I think I heard something like that. Because the showrunners kept changing, the story just kept getting flipped upside down. There were so many missed opportunities that they could have went with in that show that they shied away from. Like, they introduced something in one episode, and then by the next episode, they completely either cut it off or they mention it again. But then as soon as you mention that part again, it's like it gets cut off. Like, that TV show was just god awful. Horrible. Probably one of the worst TV projects I've ever seen done in my life. God awful. Great question. Jordan asking, hey bro, when is the last time you seen Blucka? I have not seen Blucka for a long time now. I hope he's doing well. I hope he's doing all right. Blucka, if you end up watching the stream on a replay and stuff, man, let us know what's going on. Let us know your whereabouts. You know, we miss you over here. Stella G said, I think whatever character Nicholas Chavez is playing in I Know What You Did Last Summer will be the killer. He's great at playing unhinged. Interesting, because Nicholas Chavez. See, I know he's not a part of the main friend group. I know that much. I don't know much else about his character. but I know that he's not a part of the main friend group. So he definitely could be the killer, especially if he's great at playing unhinged. Yeah, anybody that you've seen play in a TV show or another film, play a killer or play an unhinged character, they're definitely on the suspect list for sure. I will say though, like, that's the one thing like about Ben Willis. He wasn't that unhinged. You know what I mean? He was actually kind of calm. You know what I mean? At least in my, opinion. I don't think Ben was kind of like that over the top Stu Macher type motherfucker, that was the killer. I think Ben was just a grief-stricken father who lost his daughter because of her boyfriend. He gains revenge on the boyfriend. And in that same night, he just so happens to fucking luck out and get hit by a car by Julie and her friends. And that prompts him to want to kill them next. But hey, I'm not against I Know What You Did Last Summer having an unhinged killer. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Especially if whoever dies in that accident, the killer is close to them. I would expect him to be somewhat unhinged because, that's personal. That's really personal. Kind of like Brenda Bates in Urban Legend. So that'd be cool. I'm not against it. RJ Skornrecki, I hope I am saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. If you want to, kind of give me like an abbreviated way of how to say it, your name and stuff, just let me know in the chat. But RJ is saying, I am so excited for I Know What You Did Last Summer. I hope that it's good enough so that we can watch the third direct-to-DVD turd out of our memories and make this the real third movie. I agree. I absolutely agree. And I think it is going to be good. I really do. I have high hopes for this movie. I feel like, when Leah McKendrick announced that her and Jenniferkaytinrobinson were working on this, just by listening to Leah's interviews, that sold me. Because I feel like she understands not just horror movies, but she understands this particular horror movie. And I feel like she read it to where it's going to be a lot of fun. That's just how I feel about it. So fingers crossed, my feelings are right, and this next movie is good. I will say this. In regards to what you're saying about, this being the real third movie. Keep in mind, they have already announced. They've already announced that a fifth I Know What You Did Last Summer movie is in the works. That got announced about 2 Thursdays ago. So, in my opinion, they must feel confident enough that they have made a good enough requel, a good enough reboot that we're going to want to watch the following film after this one. Because usually, in my opinion, you don't do that unless you feel really confident in the story that you're telling. So hopefully. Hey, I see we have a new member. Oliver is back. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see you, Oliver. And real quick, I do want to mention this, guys. I'm not going to change anything up until next month when YouTube basically restarts everything on the 13th or whatever. But I am changing my membership tiers to probably just either 1 or 2 tiers. And I'm going to tell you now, it'll be either $2 for one tier and $6 for the second, or it'll just be $6 for one tier. Because trying to do 3 tiers and trying to keep up with membership, perks and all that stuff, it can be very challenging, especially when I'm trying to keep up with regular content here on the channel for you guys. So I've been talking to Val behind the scenes about it. She's going to help me out and all that stuff. She's already given me some good tips. So stay tuned for that. I will let you guys know here really soon. But thank you, Oliver, for rejoining the community, brother. You've always been a part of the community, even if you don't have a membership, Oliver. You know that. But I greatly appreciate you signing on to the membership. And that's why I do want to change things in regards to my tiers and the perks and stuff, because I want to be able to give you guys what you pay for. You guys probably you might not believe this, but if you believe the type of person I am, it really bugged me when I wasn't doing a lot of content or any at all, that I couldn't give you guys the content that you were paying for. That shit irked my soul to the point where I was hoping that you guys would drop out of the membership, because I don't like taking people's money and not giving them something for what they're paying for. You know what I'm saying? So, Oliver, I'm glad that you're back. And I'm super excited to get you guys some new perks on the channel and stuff that you guys can enjoy for, the price that you're paying. Because I greatly appreciate you guys. Like, you guys have no idea what you guys mean to me. I could scream to the mountaintops, and say it how many times, but I don't think words can even express it, in all honesty. But thank you again, Oliver. I greatly appreciate you, buddy. Oliver also saying, good evening, everyone. What's up, Marcus? Hey, I'm chilling, man. Talking a little bit. I know what you did last summer. You know what I mean? I'm really excited. Our 90s slashers are getting a refresher, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's going to be great. Yes, Oliver, and that's what I was just talking about as well. Oliver saying, I'm missing content from you on a regular basis. Yes, that's why, once I've, got through the issues that I was going through and all that stuff, I'll be honest, and I even told Val this, I kind of lost my confidence there for a second. I did, and stuff like that. I lost my way. You know what I mean? It's not that I didn't want to do content. I just lost my confidence because there was so much going on at the time. But I slowly worked my way back, slowly start writing, my scripts for videos and stuff like that. And here we are, we're back. You know what I mean? So I'm super happy to hear that you miss seeing the content from me on a regular basis, man. And I'm doing my best to keep up with it. And of course, the dogs are going to bark at some point. You guys know that. King Matthew III saying this film and Scream 7 and Scary Movie 6 is the films I'm most hyped for since Final Destination 6 was great. Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited to see Scary Movie 6 as well. The Wayans are back. That was my biggest issue, was that the third, the fourth, and I think there was, obviously a fifth film, it didn't have the Wayan brothers, so it didn't have that same aura to it. So I am super excited that they are back, as well as Anna Faris and Regina. I want to say, is it Regina Hall, Regina King? One of those two. I want to say it's one of the Reginas. One of the Reginas. You know what I mean? But I'm super excited that they're back. And of course, Scream 7. And Final Destination 6 was good. It was okay. I'll say this. I'm happy that a lot of you like it to the point where you think it's great, because then that means we're going to get another movie. And I'm hoping if we do get another movie, they give me what I asked for. That's all I want. You know what I mean? I just want one legacy sequel. One true legacy sequel out of the Final Destination franchise. And I'll be complete with that franchise. That's right. Yeah, Paul, Regina King. See, got it. See, I grew up with two Reginas. There's Regina Hall, and then there's Regina King. So I grew up with those two, so I get them mixed up. Oliver saying the straight to DVD I will always remember what you did sucked huge. Yes, it did. It really did. They could have done so much more for that movie, and I didn't like what they did in regards to The Fisherman. I thought it was fucking stupid. They kind of really went into a urban legend Bloody Mary type, type avenue for that movie, and it just it was god awful. Just like Urban Legends Bloody Mary. I hated when Urban Legends went from being a slasher based, first two films, to then they started delving into the supernatural stuff. I just didn't like it at all. Okay, so it is Regina Hall. See, we all get it mixed up. It happens. RJ saying it is Regina Hall. Okay. Either way, one of the Reginas is going to be back. It's all that matters. Jordan saying, I heard they confirmed Ghostface coming back in Scary Movie 6. Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, why would they not bring him back? It only makes sense. And coming in hot with a $5 hair. Yes, I say doll hairs, not dollars. We say doll hairs here on the channel from now on. Denisha, one of my day ones, also a moderator here on the channel, always having my back, making sure the chat is clean, so on and so forth. Such a beautiful soul. Denisha coming in with a $4.99, a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Denisha. I greatly appreciate it. And before I get to your comment, I do want to let you guys know, so this was the first super chat. We got 9 more to go. It can be anything, $1, $2. If we reach our goal of 10 super chats, everybody, I will do a live watch party marathon of all 3, the trifecta of the I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise. I will watch all 3 films here on the channel in one glorious day. That's about 6-7 hours worth of content straight, guys. So if you guys want to meet the goal, that's up to you guys. You know, it's all in the palm of your hands. If not, you guys know how I roll. We'll probably end up fucking doing the marathon at some point anyway, or at the very least, watch the first 2 films leading into this new film. Denisha saying, hey, just wanted to show some love. I hope you had a great day today. Thank you so much, Denisha. My day was okay. You know what I mean? It's definitely a lot better now that I'm here talking some horror movies with you guys. It's always my day, no matter how rough it gets. If I can come on here and talk to you guys and share this passion of horror with you guys, and you guys share yours with me, I am A-okay. So thank you so much again, Denisha. Greatly appreciate you. I got to get you back here on the panel too, Denisha. It's been a while since we watched the movie together. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The General is in the chat, everybody. Val's Views. What's going on, Val? Saying there, hi to Shannon. I guess Shannon popped up in the chat as well. Sorry, I did not see. You know, I'm probably a little bit behind, you know, having a great conversation. Oh, no, that's a different Shannon. Okay, so give me 1 second and we will get to that. But Val's Views, what's going on, Val? You know, the General, always showing support, always keeping the comment section clean. Just a truly great soul, guys. Like, Val, you know I love you. You know that, Val. You are the surrogate mother to us here in the community. You know what I mean? So it's always great to see you here, Val. Okay, so let me catch up with some of these other ones. Nah, Jordan, there's definitely more than one urban legend. There's Urban Legend 2 Final Cut, and then I think the third one is Urban Legends Bloody Mary, which was Poo Poo. Poo Poo. And also getting into Shannon Gates. See, what's going on, Shannon? I was thinking that you were talking Star Wars because her name is Shannon as well. So thank you, Shannon Gates, for stopping in. It's good to see you. Saying hi to Val. See if you have any other comments, but that's awesome. Thank you guys for stopping in. We're up to 12 people in the chat right now. And guys, if you haven't done so already, smash that like button. Shoot the like button, I should say, as I always say. It definitely helps feed the YouTube algorithm. Share this on Instagram. Share this on X, Twitter, wherever you guys want to call that. Just show some love. Share it out there. So even if the stream ends, when the stream ends, we can get some new audience up in here and they can share their opinions on I Know What You Did Last Summer as well. Okay, sounds good. Maybe because I know, and I'm going to have to check the votes here after the stream because tonight's votes for the stream watch party for Thursday, that ends tonight. So maybe, Denisha, if you're free Thursday, if you're not doing anything, you can come hang out. And real quick, we also have some more super chats rolling in. Thank you guys so much. Oliver coming in with a $2 super chat saying, I agree, she's a beautiful soul. Absolutely. Absolutely. Both Denisha and Val, man, like day ones, guys, like day ones. You know what I mean? Like it means so much. You know what I mean? That, you know, these guys, these ladies, I should say, are still riding with me in the 3 years that I've been on YouTube, even though there's been times where I haven't been able to do content. And that goes for all of you as well. Like, you guys are so fucking loyal to me. And again, words can't express how much that means to me, because there's a time, especially when I wasn't doing content, I didn't deserve it. So the fact that you guys still think I do deserve it, and you guys stuck around and you're here now, just like you were before, like, honestly, shit touches my soul. Jordan Talks Film coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you, bro. Saying Stu is dead, bro. Just admit it, brother. Just kidding. Just kidding. Hey, this got your ass in trouble before. Now, you said Stu was dead, right? And what happened? Matthew got announced that he was coming back. So don't jinx yourself even more, brother. Listen, you could be right. Maybe he's just AI. Maybe he's just a flashback. That could definitely happen. But you know, Jordan, you know deep down inside your soul, just like I know, Stu Macher's alive, brother. You know it. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see your reaction when it is revealed that he is alive. Oh, I want to know what excuses you got then. Ooh, this is going to be good. Okay. A troll coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, a troll. Saying, I haven't seen 2 and 3. Let's do it. That's right. Heck yeah. That's right. I'm all with it too. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for the super chat, a troll. Shannon Gate C. Oh, okay. So this is Talking Star Wars, but my other account, see, I was right all along. That's awesome. That's awesome. I did not know that, Shannon. Thank you so much for your support on not just Talking Star Wars channel, but your other channel as well. That means a lot to me. Shannon saying this is Talking Star Wars, but my other account. Nice. I love that. I love that. I love that. Coming in with a $2.79 super chat. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Honestly. Guys, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. Let me check here real quick, because it looks like we're getting freaking close here to the goal. Give me 1 second. I just want to check it out and see where we're at. Because, okay, so we're at 7 total super chats, because, yeah, that's right, because Oliver sent in for the membership. That's right. So, guys, we only need 3 more. We get 3 more super chats. Again, it could be $1, it could be $2, whatever you guys want to do. It's whatever you guys feel generous enough to give, if that's what you want to do. We are 3 super chats away from hitting our goal. And if we hit that goal, I will do a live watch marathon of all 3 I Know What You Did Last Summer films on a date of your choosing. It doesn't even have to be the week of the movie's release. It could be next week. It could be 2 weeks from now. Whenever you guys decide that you guys want me to do this marathon, I shall do it. It's going to be great. This is going to be great. Just to even revisit it, just here with you guys. It's just going to be a lot of fun. Oliver Hartung coming in with another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Oliver. Val does amazing artwork, folks. I won some of the artwork she does, and I love them to death. Yo, Val is uber talented. Outside of, being such a great person and a great modulator, as I like to call you guys, and just a great human being altogether, Val has got skills. Like, she's got some skills. And she's also very intelligent and knowledgeable, not just with horror in general, but with the Halloween franchise. I will always say this. I don't care if I'm beating a dead horse. Val opened up my knowledge to certain things about the Halloween franchise that I didn't even think of or know of. So Val is super talented in all areas, in all facets of the game. So yes. And thank you for that, Oliver. See, I love that too. Not just sending in super chats to show support for the channel and to the goal, but to show support and love to your fellow comrades here in the chat. That means the world to me. I love that. I love that you guys show each other that love. That's awesome. A troll coming in with another $2 super chat saying, I loved your Halloween Kills videos, theory videos. Well, if you love those, you're going to love my Rachel Carruthers theory video. I still haven't finished it yet. I still have to do a couple pieces of audio for it because I actually went back and re-edited certain things and stuff like that just to make things sound more sensible and stuff. But I have a theory. I have a feeling you guys are going to love that theory that I have. I cannot wait to drop it. Shannon coming in with a $6.99 a $7 hair super chat. Thank you again, Shannon. Saying 2 more than Marcus will suffer watching number 3. Hey, it won't be sufferable for me because I'm here with you guys hanging out. So I will not suffer at all. I may not like that film, but I will not suffer, Shannon. This is going to be a great time regardless to what. Always look at the positive side of things. Always got to look at the positive side. Thank you so much again, Shannon, for your super chat. And everybody else who has sent in the super chat so far. Greatly appreciate it. Now, guys, let's get back to the chat here and see what some of you guys' theories are for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Okay, King Matthew. Hey, no problem. I understand. King Matthew saying I have to leave the stream for a bit because I'm having dinner with my family right now, but I'll join back later. Absolutely. Absolutely, buddy. No problem. Hey, go get some din-din, man. No doubt about it. Got to fill the gas tank. You know what I mean? But okay, so let's get back to some more I Know What You Did Last Summer theories, shall we? So, another theory that I have in regards to this upcoming movie is that we could see Julie James die. Oh, yeah. We could see Julie James die. And I personally don't want to see that. But one of the big things, in my opinion, about these 90s slashers or any horror movie that does a legacy sequel, legacy reboot, whatever. Excuse me. My issue is they have a problem with pulling the trigger on killing the original final girl. And I feel like that stigma needs to be erased at some point. You know, we have it in Scream. Nev Campbell says she'll never die as Sidney Prescott. Okay, I can accept that. Jamie Lee Curtis, she did it with Halloween Resurrection, but I don't count that because it was so unceremonious and it was just ridiculous how they did it. The way that her character should be killed off is the way Michael was killed off in Halloween Ends, in my opinion. Something of that nature. It has to be impactful, right? So, in my opinion, I think Julie James could die in this upcoming film because we are going to be focusing on new characters. And something that plays into this thought is if you watch the trailer, in my opinion, we have 2 final girls. We don't have 1. We have 2. We have chasesuiwonders' character, Ava, and then we have madelyncline's character in Danica. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I think Danica is going to end up being the real final girl when it's all said and done of these new reboots. That's just my opinion on that, which is why I think Julie James, she might have to bite the hooks. You know, she might have to get, fish hooked in this movie. I don't want to see it. But when you really think about it, outside of just coming back for this one film alone, what purpose does she serve to the franchise if they are going to be going in a different direction, telling somebody else's story? You know? So that's where I'm at with that. I will say this, though, in regards to Julie's character. I do think we're going to see Ben Willis. I don't think he's going to obviously be alive, but I do expect to see some nightmares. Ooh, yeah. I expect to see some nightmares. I expect to see musewatson, at least in one flashback, nightmare scene, whatever, make an appearance in this film. And I really do want it because I like musewatson. I thought that he was a great killer. I thought he was really good. I like Ben Willis. So it's going to be interesting to see. And the reason why I do say that we could see some flashbacks or some nightmare sequences in this movie from Julie is because in that BTS photo that they showed a couple months ago before the trailer came out, that basically teased Julie's return, right? Them envelopes. You've seen the envelope that looks like it's from the killer, but the one behind it, you also see she's getting a letter from the Stress Trauma Research Center, something that has to do with stress and trauma, right? So that still shows us that she's still dealing with what she did all those years ago with Ben Willis, running Ben Willis over, obviously, basically killing him in the second one. The secrets that has always haunted her in regards to them covering up what they did to Ben Willis. I still think that she's going to be struggling with that, and we're going to see that in certain aspects of this movie. I really hope we do. I don't think it would make a lot of sense if you don't see that, because why show us the letter of the Stress and Trauma Research Center to begin with? If you're showing that, then that allows me to believe that we are going to see Julie still struggling with her past. And I'm all here for it. I'm all here for it. We have some more super chats in the building. What is going on? That's what's up. Shannon Gates is talking Star Wars. I'm sorry. It's just, that's what I know you as, Shannon. I'm sorry. I just can't. Even if this is a different account, I just can't stop saying talking Star Wars. I just can't. It's such a cool profile name, too. Saying, I think this new movie will be like Scream 5, like Ray dying. Hey, definitely Ray could be the Dewey Riley of this new I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot. He definitely could. I will bring this up because I actually just seen this earlier. I didn't see this in the trailer. I didn't see this in behind-the-scenes photos. But the scene in the trailer where we see the group, this new group of teens, meet up and it looks like they're looking at somebody, I think that is Ray that they're looking at. And this is going to be in Ray's bar because Ray has a bar that he owns in Southport now. So, and I'm not going to lie, I think it was King Matthew who said this earlier. Hey, I think Ray could die, but I also think Ray could be the killer. Before I really delve into why I believe that, I want to really hone in on my theory and extrapolate exactly how and why I feel this way. But Ray, for me, he's on the suspect list for sure. Absolutely. But he could also die as well, which would be, it would be so crazy because much like Dewey, you died in a place that you never wanted to leave, even though you knew it was dangerous to stay there to begin with if somebody ever found out your secret or if murders like these started to happen again. It's kind of anticlimactic. So I'm not against Ray dying. I don't know. I kind of rather see him turn out to be the killer. I'm not going to lie. Freddie Prinze Jr. as the killer, that would be awesome. And Val's Views, pow, General coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Val. Saying, love you all to the moon and back. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know you do, Val. Thank you for the very kind words. Y'all are the reason I do what I do for the horror community. Absolutely, Val. And, it's not just, us being the reason. I just think you also do this because you genuinely love to do it, Val. And that's what makes you special and unique, is that we see that genuine love pour out of you when you are basically helping all of our channels out. Every single channel that you have helped out here in the community, that pours out. We see that. You know what I mean? And you deserve all the credit in the world. So does Denisha. Everybody, every single one of you who takes time out of your day to not only just support us by liking the videos, hanging out with us, super chatting, whatever you guys decide to do in ways to support these channels, you guys don't understand how much it really means to us. And I'm sure I'm speaking for a lot of us, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So again, Val, you're awesome. And I know that your love for us is genuine. I know that for a fact. And guys, just to let you know, we hit the goal. We hit the goal, and that bad boy happened fast. So we hit the goal, 10 super chats, and I will do a live marathon watch party of all 3 I Know What You Did Last Summer films that have come out. That's, like I said, about 6 hours worth of content. And what's even better, you guys get to choose the date that we're going to do this. So, hey, okay. So maybe maybe we'll start like a group thread or something like that to where you guys can come to agreement on what day you guys would want this done and what time that is, feasible for all of you guys here in the chat, especially the ones who, donated in, who wanted this to happen, so on and so forth. So, I will start an Instagram thread, or if Val, if you don't mind, if you want to start one for me, go for it. And you guys pick a day, pick a time, date, whatever, and I will do this for you guys because I greatly appreciate all of the love and support that you guys showed in my channel. And it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. I can't wait to watch all three of these movies, even if I don't like the third one. It's going to be awesome. And thank you, Paula. Yes, thank you for letting me know. She said, you hit the goal. Yes, absolutely. So again, guys, we are going to do a 3-film live watch party marathon of all 3 I Know What You Did Last Summer films. I just need to know a time and a date so we can get this bad boy scheduled and go fishing. That's all I'm saying. Guys are awesome. All right, so I'm gonna get caught up with some of you guys' other chats here. Stella saying, I agree with Shannon. I think Ray will be the one to die. It's very possible. It's definitely on the table. But me personally, I would rather see Ray be the killer. I don't know why. I just want to see Freddie Prinze Jr. go to a place I've never seen him go before. I've never seen him act as like a psycho. If there's a movie out there that you guys know that he does play a psycho, let me know, because I've never known him to play that type of character. I would personally love to see that happen because I think it would be a nice twist. Like, I really do. Who would really think that Ray, the good old hometown boy from Southport, would eventually pick up the hook along with somebody else and rehash and reinvent these murders back in Southport? I like it. I'm all for it. But hey, he definitely could die. He definitely could be the Dewey in this film. Val saying no to Ray dying. Hey, I'm in agreement with you, Val. It's either for me, either Ray's going to survive or he's going to be a killer. That's just me. That's just me. You know what I mean? But one way or another, I really don't want to see Ray die either. Excuse me. And the reason why I don't want to see Ray die is because I think a lot of us are already expecting it. It's already kind of, predicted upon in the franchise, in the fandom, because of what we've seen happen in Scream 5 with Dewey. And in so many ways, Ray is the Dewey of the I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise. He's the hometown boy. He's the one who can't ever leave home. Even if he did leave home, he's always going to find his way back. That's just home to him. So I really don't want to see Ray die neither. Like, I really don't. You know what I mean? Like, but we got to do something, right? I mean, we always say you got to raise stakes. So, I mean, but then again, when you think about it, like, it's not, I Know What You Did Last Summer is not like Scream to where the stakes have to be raised. You know what I mean? So they could definitely let Ray live into the next one, and Julie as well. They could definitely go in that direction. Stella saying, sorry, Val, I don't want it to happen, but I can see it. I mean, I can see what you guys are definitely saying. Especially because of the whole Scream 5 and Dewey aspect of it all. And Ray having so many similarities to him. I understand that. Val's view saying, I know, Stella, I do too, but I will live in denial till then. That's right, Val. I'm right there with you. Absolutely. Stella saying, that's fair, Val. Stella saying, if Julie dies, my husband might go into mourning. He used to crush on her so bad. I'm right there with your husband. Like, if they kill my girl JLH, I don't want to see it happen. I just think it could happen. But if they do that, man, you talk about breaking my heart. Like, that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited that she's coming back, because I love the Julie James character. You know, I love the whole, you know, exploring her trauma through nightmare scenes of Ben Willis and, you know, stuff. It might sound twisted on my end, but I love that type of story because I want to see her come out of that for the better. You know what I mean? And stuff. So I'm right there with your husband, Stella. I would be very heartbroken if they decide to kill my girl Jennifer Love off. Jordan saying, I mean, that might be the most shocking twist if Ray is the killer. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you. Yes. Nobody would see that coming. You know, Mickey Altieri style. Didn't see it coming, did you? Like, no, I wouldn't see that coming. I think about it, but I would not actually see that coming at all. I wouldn't. That would be fucking nuts, especially if it's done correctly. It can't be done half-assed. It has to be done correctly. I'm all for it. Val saying that would be Jordan 100% shocked if Ray was the killer. Yes, absolutely, for sure. I mean, think about it. He kind of does have motive. You know, it seems like Julie left him. You know, he never wanted to leave Southport. She ended up leaving Southport. So what if, you know, as a way to bring her back home, this is the direction he decided to go in. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Jordan saying, I know, right? Yup. Oliver saying, okay, let's start the watch party in 10 minutes. That's good, Oliver. I would if we had more time. I don't think any of us would really have. I don't think any of us here would. I was going to say maybe you do. I wouldn't mind starting it in 10 minutes, you know, but I want to make sure that everybody would get to see this. And I would want to start it at a reasonable time, maybe at like 3, 4 in the afternoon. So by the time each movies are done, we're done by like before midnight, like 10, 11 at night, something like that. But that's funny though, Oliver. That's what's up. That's awesome. Jordan saying, hey, by the way, I was saying I heard the 4th Final Destination. Okay, was doo-doo. Okay, Jordan. The 4th one, it was underwhelming, but I'll say this. The 4th one, because it was supposed to close out the franchise. They weren't supposed to make anymore, but they fucking made too much money and they underestimated themselves. The 4th one, compared to the others, it is a little underwhelming. But they do have great kills in that, and that's basically what that movie is about. It's about basically showcasing the kills. So from a storyline standpoint, it was kind of poopy, but in regards to serving its purpose as the final movie, well, it was supposed to be the final movie, to go out with that type of direction in terms of really highlighting the kills, I think it's better than doo-doo. I will say that. From a storyline standpoint, it is kind of poo-poo. But overall, it's okay. It's still watchable. I'll put it this way. I look at Final Destination 6 as a better version of Final Destination 4. That's me. You know, we'll touch on that later on in another stream, you know, but that's where I'm at with it. Stella G saying, Fred and Shaggy being both killers, the Scooby Gang is so evil. Yes, I love it, Stella. I absolutely love it. Hold on, what Mr. Burns used to do? Excellent. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Bring it on. Let's go. That would be so good. Val saying, LOL, Stella. Yeah, absolutely. That was a good one. Oliver saying, steaks, I'm hungry now. Yeah, right? Hell yeah. Man, that does kind of make me want some steak, rice, and beans. Damn, so good. That's the Spanish coming out of me, guys. Sorry. Yes, Jordan. Absolutely. It's funny you brought this up, Jordan, because I'm still doing the whole stream podcasting. I pushed it back because one, I want to get some advertisement on it. I've actually talked to Destin about it. He's going to help me with like ads to run on YouTube and stuff like that, like create some overlays and stuff like that for me. But I am also working on a basically a logo for that podcast where I kind of want it to be unique and stand out. so that it can get a lot of attention. So that is still happening. I'm just kind of easing my way into it, and the schedule and everything will still be the same. Saturdays between 2 and 3 o'clock, something like that. So I will keep you updated. But yes, we definitely got to still get on a live stream with Pamela. You know, she's awesome. That's homegirl right there. That's the Duchess of Woodsboro / the corporal of the Charlie Army. Destin, if you're watching, hear it and weep. I'm sorry, I had to add that. Jordan saying my new crush is the main character in Final Destination 6. Too bad she got crushed. They really had my gullible ass thinking her and her brother would survive. Yeah, I mean, man. I mean, she is a cutie. She's definitely good looking and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I just wish from a character standpoint, that movie was a lot better. And from tying in everything in terms of the whole franchise, I wish it was a lot better. But yeah, definitely feel you on that live stream with Pam, bro. For sure. We definitely got to get together with Pam. I did mention something to her earlier because I actually asked her if she was going live today or whatnot, because I was going to go live at like between 6:30 and 7:30, but I know she likes to go live around this time, and I didn't want to interfere with what she was doing. So I asked her, I'm like, hey, are you live streaming today? Because I don't want to step on nobody's toes and stuff like that. And she was like, no, I'm chilling today, you know, and stuff like that. And I did offer, I haven't heard anything back. I did offer for her to come on the live panel when we do the Scream Watch Party on Thursday. So if I hear something from her, you know, she does, you know, agree to come on and she has time. If you're not busy then, bro, then maybe we can get you on as well. Jordan saying, but yeah, the main character, I Know What You Did Last Summer, is beautiful. So I get why y'all crushed on her. Are you? Oh yeah, you talking about Jennifer Love Hewitt? Hell yeah, bro. What? She's still bad. She's still bad as a motherfucker, bro. Still gorgeous. Still gorgeous. But I ain't gonna lie. Madelyncline, they better not kill her. Her fine ass. They got to keep her alive. I need her in another movie. I need her in another I Know What You Did Last Summer movie. She's another gorgeous one. Oh, yeah, that is true. I wasn't even thinking about that and stuff like that. Thank you, Val, for mentioning that. Yeah. Just try to keep no spoilers for Final Destination, buddy. We're going to get to the spoilers here in, I want to say maybe a week or so. I'll put together a stream, and if you want to join that stream, we can definitely talk about it. But back to some I Know What You Did Last Summer talk, okay? So another theory that I have in regards to what's going to be happening, I think that Madelyncline's character is going to be the main reason why what happens. And some of you guys will say, oh, well, you know, that's kind of expected. Well, not really, because think about it like this, right? In the first one, it was a collective group, basically. Well, in so many ways, you could say it was Barry was the reason why Ray crashed into Ben Willis. Because, you know, Barry was acting wild and he dropped the liquor bottle, which distracted Ray from looking, you know, ahead on the road and stuff like that. But I think in this one, they're going to go with a different angle in regards to Madelyncline's character, Danica. She's going to be the one driving the car. And whatever she does to initiate the accident is going to be purely her fault. Purely her fault. Her friends around her are just there for the ride. That's what I believe. I believe whatever she did is the reason why we see her character featured way more than we see chasesuiwonders characters featured in the trailer. That's what I think. I think whatever Madelyncline's character Danica does, it's going to be solely on her, which is also why I think one of the friends from the friend group is going to turn out to be the killer, because they are going to hold her directly responsible and not themselves and the rest of the group. Even though they're killing off the rest of the group as well, I feel like they're only doing that to hurt her. If you know, obviously, if that makes sense and stuff like that. It's not because it was a group thing. Obviously, them keeping the secret is a group thing, but I'm talking about the actual accident itself. I think she's not only going to cause the accident by doing something. I came out with a theory talking about how, based on the killer's wardrobe, they could be going with a urban legend type of approach to this, to where whoever dies in that car accident, they don't live, but somebody close to them is the one doing the killing and out for revenge and stuff like that. And one of them happens to be a part of the friend group, which is why the face is covered. So I think Madeline Cline's character will live to the sequel, and I think at the end of it, she will be the real final girl. Guys, let's really be honest. You're not sitting there and promoting her like that. You're not. You're not promoting her more than the actual final girl, in my opinion, if she's not going to end up being the final girl. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, when I watched that trailer, I'm like, okay, so chasesuiwonders' character Ava is supposed to be our new Julie James, so to speak. But why is Madeline Cline's character Danica featured way more? That made me feel like, in the end of it, she's going to end up being the main focus. And like I said earlier, as a twist, chasesuiwonders' character Ava, our new Julie James, so to speak, is going to be the female fisherman. She's going to be the fisherwoman, the one we seen at the end of the trailer, running after the girl in the warehouse store, which I believe that store is going to be Helen Shivers' family's old store. That's what I believe. I believe the Shivers' old department, whatever they called that store in the original movie, that's going to take place. Some of those kills and some of those attack scenes are going to take place there. That's what I believe. And again, Madeline Cline's character, in my opinion, when this is all said and done, when this first film is all said and done, she is going to be the real final girl. And Ava, chasesuiwonders, is going to be our female killer. Oh. That's what I feel about that, y'all. I do. I don't know what it is. I just got this overwhelming feeling when I look at her. Like, what if the twist is that the Julie James of now is the actual killer, right? And it would be a great twist, because if you think about it, based on the original film, Julie James can be considered somewhat of a killer herself, just innocently. You know what I mean? In an innocent type of way. But basically, she's a killer by association. Get what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you go in a store with your friend and your friend starts pocketing shit and putting candy bars and shit in their pocket, but you ain't doing that. But what's going to happen? If you get caught, they going to hold both of y'all accountable. So you're guilty by association. Julie James is a killer and is guilty by association. How great of a twist would it be for our new Julie James, to actually be a killer? I'm on board for it. Bring it on. I want to see something different. I want to see some new twists, some stuff we really never thought of or seen before. And we have another $5 super chat. I said that wrong. What the hell am I talking about? I just said earlier, we ain't saying dollars no more. We saying doll hairs. $5 hair super chat from Denisha. Thank you so much again, Denisha. I greatly appreciate it. Saying, I am free Thursday. DM what time? Can't wait to watch the movie, Marcus. Absolutely. Great. That sounds fantastic. That's awesome. Cool. I just got to check and see after the stream exactly which Scream movie won. I know Scream 4 and Scream 1 were neck and neck. I'll say that. So what I'm willing to do is, if they are still so close together, Thursday we'll do the one with the highest percentage, and then maybe next Thursday we'll do the other one. So definitely. Yeah, I got you, Denisha. And thank you so much again for the super chat. That's going to be a great time. I can't wait. Val saying, I need to know I haven't, Jordan, but it was spoiled for me a while back. Yeah, unfortunately, shit was already hitting Twitter and TikTok in regards to Final Destination. Yeah, unfortunately. But still, just out of respect for anybody else who hasn't seen it, just no spoilers, guys, and stuff like that. Excuse me. I will say this before we move on to some more I Know What You Did Last Summer talk. I did finally get to watch Hurry Up Tomorrow. And I'm sure you guys are seeing it all over YouTube. Oh my God, this is the worst movie of the year. The Weeknd's acting is so terrible. This and this and that. Man, listen, I'm going to tell y'all this. If you don't understand the Weeknd story as the Weeknd character through his music, you won't probably like this movie. But if you do follow the Weeknd character through his music like I have for 14 years strong, then you will absolutely love this movie. But not only that, you will understand it. And I cannot wait to drop my video basically explaining what Hurry Up Tomorrow is. I personally thought it was fucking beautiful. Do I think there were some aspects that they could have did better at? Yeah, absolutely. That's almost like any horror film or psychological thriller or whatever. But me personally, knowing what I know of that character, it was beautiful. That's what I thought. So we're definitely going to get on to that as well. Okay, catch up with some of you guys in the chat. Jordan saying, what if someone is laying in the back of the car and we find out that person flew out of the car? That is if the car's related anyways. What do you mean by that, Jordan? Are you talking about like something like in regards to like urban legend style, like The Killer or something like that? Let me know what you mean by that, buddy, because I'm not understanding. I'm not following. Jordan saying, I also deleted my comment just in case. Thank you for that, Jordan. I greatly appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. You're good, man. You know, well, you already know we're going to get to that spoiler talk. And I kind of did already do a spoiler talk on it, but it was just a first reaction. I do want to go back and rewatch that movie again. Jordan saying the chick that had that final line in the trailer is probably the killer. Actually, I don't think so, because if you break down the trailer, Jordan, and I know who you're talking about the blonde hair girl. After that, you see her getting chased. You see her getting chased and trying to escape up the same dumbwaiter that Helen used in the original film. And then on top of that, if you break down the trailer and really like slow it down, you can see Ava's character as well as sarahpidgeon's character, who many think will be Ray and Julie's daughter. You see them find her body hanging up, basically hanging somewhere. So basically she gets killed off. They basically gave her kill away. I will say that. The trailer gives that blonde hair girl at the end, they give her kill away. Oh, absolutely. Dom saying, by the way, In the Mouth of Madness is worth the watch if anyone hasn't seen the film. Yeah, it definitely is, for sure. It's funny you brought that up. Dum 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 dum. It's funny that you brought that up because I was thinking about maybe eventually doing another live watch party for that here on my channel, just down the road. But I will say, guys, if you haven't already, if you guys didn't like get to tune in last night, go over to Destination Station's channel. We were hanging out there last night and stuff, and we watched In the Mouth of Madness that has Sam Neill in it, and it was directed by John Carpenter and written by Michael DeLuca. Michael DeLuca is known for Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, the Freddy Krueger TV series, all that stuff. Guys, if you haven't seen it yet, go to Destin's channel, pop on the live watch party, pop on the movie, and then let us know in his comment section what you think. That was fucking fantastic. I loved that movie. Such a mind trip. Jordan saying, I went into Final Destination 6 completely blind, which isn't typical for me at all. Yeah, sometimes you got to do that with these movies, man, especially in regards to a lot of stuff being leaked on YouTube or any social media platform. Sometimes you got to shut shit down and just really go into it with an open mind for yourself and just go into it blind and just say, you know what? I'm going to go see this movie. I'm not going to look at anything. I want to have my own interpretation. Yeah, Jordan, I think it's very misunderstood. I think it's very, very misunderstood. I will say this again, if you don't follow The Weeknd's music career, and if you don't follow The Weeknd character, because that's exactly what that moniker is, it is a character. If you don't follow it, then you will not understand it. But if you do follow it the way I do, like I said, 14 years strong since day one, you will understand that this is a beautiful fucking movie in regards to touching on how one's mental health can lead you so down such a dark road that you're afraid you might not come out of that dark road. You know what I mean? It's all about personal trauma and truth. Basically accepting what you are doing wrong and holding yourself accountable when you don't see it initially. Again, do I think they definitely could have did things a little bit better in regards to certain aspects? Yes. But I also say, keep in mind, this isn't a slasher. This isn't like a paranormal movie. This is a psychological horror movie or psychological thriller, I should say, to where you have to use your brain. And if you don't, I'm not saying if you don't use your brain, but if you don't use your brain in the way that you should in regards to getting to know the Weeknd character before watching that movie, you will be lost and you will say it's garbage. I'm just telling you that right now. Me, as somebody who is an avid supporter of the Weeknd, of Abel Tesfaye, I thought that this movie was fantastic. I thought that it was a great delving into somebody who battles with personal demons in regards to drug addiction, drug abuse, being a narcissist. I think it's a really good film, man. I think it really touches on aspects of our reality that we don't want to face. You get what I'm saying? So, again, you know what I mean? If you don't follow The Weeknd, if you don't understand the character, if you don't understand the storytelling that he's been telling us as fans through his music videos for years, you won't understand it and you won't like it. Oliver Hartung saying The Weeknd, great Canadian band. Yeah, there's a group out there titled The Weeknd as well. See, and this is the thing about Abel Tesfaye as The Weeknd, is that his name, how I've always kind of pronounced it, is The Weekend. Like he's weakened. Like he's weak. You know what I mean? He leaves the E out of it. So, but yeah, absolutely, Oliver. They definitely are a great Canadian band. I've heard some of their music. They're pretty baller. Yeah, Jordan, he's saying that shut the fuck up line. That's about to be a meme now in the Weeknd. Yeah, for sure. Hey, and that's another thing, and I actually explained this to somebody else in 3C Films comment section, because they're like, oh, Abel's acting is so bad here, this and this and that. And I'm like, he's not trying to per se act. He is showing y'all this side of the Weeknd character. Like, basically, he's showing you how much of a narcissistic, selfish prick that the Weeknd character, not Abel Tesfaye, the guy, not the man, the moniker and the character, he is showing you how selfish and narcissistic and how much of a fucking piece of shit he is with that scene and that line. So I personally enjoyed it. I laughed my fucking ass off at that scene. Okay, Jordan saying it sounded like you were talking about a car-related incident for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. It sounded like you were talking about a car-related incident for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. What if Madelync's character caused someone's car to crash and the driver dies, but there was someone sleeping. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yes, because if you watch the trailer or whatever, it's clear that they cause or she causes a car accident to where, in my opinion, those people who are in that car most likely won't make it out alive. They won't or whatnot. But there's a possibility if they did have a passenger in the car who is maybe sleeping in the back seat or something, there's a possibility they could be alive. You know, I mean, Ben Willis got hit by a car and basically was left to drown and he still lived. So, I mean, you know, it's definitely possible. You know, I just personally think in order to get different, you can't have the person who has this crash, the person who is in the crash, the person who is basically expected to die in a crash, you can't have them survive. Because if you do that, in my opinion, it's just basically copying the original. That's me. And we do have another super chat coming into the building. Another 5 doll hair super chat from Oliver. Thank you so much, buddy. I greatly appreciate it. Oliver talking about mental health. I just celebrated my 26th anniversary from attempting. I'll say it because I'm just going to say it because you spent money and stuff. Usually YouTube acts funky, but I'm just going to say it. From attempting suicide. I've had every addiction in a book, but still here. Happy 26th year anniversary, buddy. Honestly, I definitely, like, I can relate to what you're saying. And this is why, me personally, I have a connection to that movie, Hurry Up Tomorrow, because I used to be a drug addict myself. So I know what it's like to be on those substances, to abuse substances and basically live inside your own head and not know when the end is in sight and stuff of that nature. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you made it out of that. That is fucking awesome, man, that you are celebrating 26 years, you know, from unfortunately trying to do that. You know what I mean? But I will say this, buddy, it seems like it only made you stronger. And that's all you can fucking hope for, man. I'm glad that you're still here with us, man. Honestly, I mean that from the bottom of my heart because, again, I've battled with my own personal demons, you know, and I'm grateful by the grace of God and also by the grace of the law that I fucking, you know, I fucked up my life enough to where it was going to threaten my freedom to where it gave me the wake up call that I needed. Because I can honestly say if that didn't happen, I can't honestly tell you if I'm even here talking to you guys right now. So, man, Oliver, man, like, I ain't gonna lie, kind of make me choke up a little bit, man. I'm so glad that you're still here. I'm so glad that you got through your demons. I'm sure we all battle with our demons, you know, in regards to our past almost every day, but I'm glad you found a way to contain it to where you found a way to where you found it in your heart and in your mind that you don't want to die. You want to live. You know what I mean? And, I'm so proud of you for that, man. Honestly, you know what I mean? So guys, everybody in the chat, if you guys can put the clapping emojis in the comment section for Oliver. Like, that was some really deep personal stuff that he didn't have to share with us, and he did. You know what I mean? So I greatly appreciate you telling your truth, man, and celebrating 26 years of, you know, not, you know, of basically, like, you tried to hurt yourself, but you came out better on the other side of that. You know what I mean? So, guys, you know, just cherish life, man. Cherish your life. Simple and plain. You know, it may sound like Jigsaw when I say that, but definitely cherish your life because there is so much life to live that I think sometimes we don't understand that until some shit happens to us that really gives us a wake-up call. So, man, you know, I'm so glad that you're still here, Oliver. Honestly, like, as somebody who battled with addiction and stuff like that, like, and who also had his own problems with wanting to hurt himself, I'm so glad that you're still here and you found a way to get out of that mind frame. Right. Absolutely. Thank you, Dom. Thank you for that, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely, Jordan. Yes, absolutely. Yes. A troll. Yes, absolutely. See, this is why this community is so fucking great. You know what I mean? Because we all know that we all have had a past and personal demons, and we don't judge each other for that. I've seen so many communities on YouTube, whether it's sports communities or other just communities, where somebody will express their truth like that, and somebody just comes in and just disrespects them and makes fun of them for it. And it's just disheartening. We shouldn't do that to each other. We should try to uplift each other, especially when somebody is crying out for help or just expressing like, hey, you know, I used to be this way. You know what I mean? I'm not no more. But if I can help anybody, you know, get out of that mind frame, I'm willing to do it. You know what I mean? So thank you again, Oliver, for sharing your truth, buddy. Yes, absolutely, Stella. Yup, Stella said it perfectly. Happy you are here, Oliver, and are brave enough to talk about it. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, for sure. That takes cojones, man. That takes big cojones, for real, because you know, ever since I started doing YouTube and stuff like that, and one of my first things that I remember, you know, talking about in regards to y'all getting to know me is I talked about that, how, you know, I used to be a drug addict and stuff like that. And I got a nice wake up call. But then I also found you guys here in the community. You know what I mean? To keep me centered, to keep my mind off of ever wanting to go back to that type of life. You know, because when you're a drug addict, you know, for so long, even when you become sober, you do battle, you know, with those, you know, urges every once in a while to want to take a hit of something or want to do this or want to do that. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And you guys, honestly, even when when I wasn't doing content, I wasn't doing the bad stuff again. I wasn't. You know what I mean? Why? Because I thought about you guys and I'm like, whenever I can make it back to my community, I don't want them to see me in that type of way. You know what I mean? Which is why I never went back. You know what I mean? So again, happy you are here, Oliver, and you are brave enough to talk about it. Thank you. Absolutely, Stella. That just couldn't have said it better myself, even though I just went on a whole spew. All right, guys. So we are going to close up the stream here, and I want to say about another 5 minutes. We'll go like another 5 minutes and stuff like that. So guys, get your questions in. You guys don't have to send any more super chats or none of that. We can just, excuse me, do this as like a rapid fire comment. What are you guys' final like predictions or way too early final predictions on what's going to happen? And I Know What You Did Last Summer. And King Matthew III coming back just in time, saying, do you think it's possible that Ryan Phillippe could cameo in the new I Know What You Did Last Summer film? In a dream or a flashback of Julie's, even though his character died, he could be in a dream. Absolutely. Yes, I do actually. I think both him and Sarah Michelle Gellar's character Helen Shivers could arrive in a flashback scene of sorts. I do. That would be great. Something like a nightmare sequence to kind of, you know, mess with Julie's head and fuck with her trauma a little bit. Yeah, I could absolutely see that happening. I could. That would be cool to see Ryan Phillippe back, man. I feel like out of all the characters, well, out of the 4 characters, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, his character, Barry Cox, doesn't get enough love. And I guess it's because he was kind of like the arrogant douchebag. But I personally enjoyed his character so much. I really did. Hey, Chumbag, take a hike. You know what I mean? Like, he was fucking cool. Max, you're fucking dead. Like, I don't know, man. I just loved seeing Ryan Phillippe play that type of role. I thought he did a great job. He's awesome. Oh, hey, what's up, Don Boy? Okay, you want some attention. You want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Hey, guys, you already know what time it is. Don's coming in here to say his little daily hello. You know, at some point, he's going to make his way onto the stream one way or another. Yes, I agree. We definitely need something different for this. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yes, I do agree with that, Dom. I feel like having whoever is going to be the victim of the crash, be the killer. You can't do that this time. You got to switch it up. You know, I will say this. I'm really, and I can't wait till the second trailer drops, and I'm going to start looking into like more theories and stuff like that. I just have a feeling like Helen Shivers' character is going to have more of a meaning and a purpose in this movie than what I think a lot of people think. And it makes me wonder, okay, so this is my big theory so far. Before I know what you did last summer, before we end the stream. My big theory is that whoever the killer is and why they're leaving so many Helen Shiver Easter eggs, or why there are so many Helen Shiver Easter eggs in that trailer, is because whoever dies in that car accident or whoever is a victim of that accident could be the Croaker Queen. Now, I say that, and I know some people will be like, oh, well, we see madelyncline's character wearing the gown and stuff like that, and I'm not denying that. She could very well be the Croaker Queen this time around in this movie. But I didn't see no crown. I didn't see her wearing no crown. I didn't see her have it in a car. None of that. So my big theory is that even if she was Croaker Queen, so let's say if she was Croaker Queen the year before, and then obviously the next year she has to come back and relinquish the crown to give it to the new one. What if the new Croaker Queen is the one who dies in the accident? And whoever the killers are somebody close to her, whether it's parents, whether it's a love interest, a sister, brother, whoever. What if it's somebody close to the new Croaker Queen? If that is what happens and she dies in that car crash, what if the killer could be somebody related to her? Which is why we are getting so many Helen Shiver Easter eggs in this trailer, and probably most likely in the movie, because this killer is dropping Easter eggs of Helen Shivers because they're giving clues that whoever is basically behind it is related to the new Croaker Queen and their death. And after looking into the past of Helen Shivers and why she was killed, they are not only killing to avenge their loved one, they're also killing to avenge Helen Shivers' death as well. Hey, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? I am all for it. Let me know what you guys think about that theory. Do you guys think the person in the accident, right? So let's go with this in regards to the theory. Let's say madelyncline's character won Miss Croaker pageant the year before the film's events take place. So in the film, she's going back to the Croaker pageant or whatever to relinquish her crown. And then after a night of hanging out with her friends and, partying or whatever, they go on a little stroll. And along the way of this stroll, they see another car. They decide to fuck with it, so on and so forth. Urban legend style, the gang high beam initiation, something like that, to where they cause the car to run off the road. And the person that is in that car is the new Croaker Queen. And whoever the killer is out to not only avenge her because they are close to her, but after doing research on Helen Shivers, a previous Croaker Queen, they are also trying to avenge her as well, which is why Julie and Ray are dragged back into these new murders. Let me know what you guys think about it. Yes, I did, Jordan, and I'm actually doing a video for it. Actually next week, because I have some Scream videos and I have a Halloween video that I want to get released. Next week, I'm thinking that all the videos I drop is basically going to be all the movies from 2025 that I've watched so far. So Sinners, Hard Eyes, stuff of that nature. Every movie that I've watched so far in 2025, Hurry Up Tomorrow, Final Destinations, Bloodlines. I will probably have all of those videos out next week. But yes, I thought Sinners was fan-fucking-tastic. Loved it. Loved it. Michael B. fucking killed it in that movie. Absolutely a troll. a troll saying, I hope everyone has a great night. Always have fun on here with you all. Absolutely. No doubt about it, man. It's always a great time. I try to make it as much as a great time as I possibly can. You guys just amplify that. You guys are all awesome. All right, guys. So I am about to shut down the stream here in about another minute. So again, guys, just as a recap, also keep your eyes peeled for my post because I am going to be announcing which Scream movie won the voting, which finished with the highest percentage. So we will do that watch party on Thursday. But also, as you guys know, we hit the goal for today's live stream, 10 super chats, and I'm going to do a live watch marathon of all 3 I Know What You Did Last Summer films. So I'm going to get in touch with Val and Denisha. We will most likely start a thread on Instagram. If you guys have an Instagram account but are not following me, I'm about to say you guys can check my channel. I have my Instagram and every piece of information there. You can also check the description of this stream and find my Instagram channel there as well. Follow me on Instagram so I know that you guys, what day and what time you guys want to do this live watch marathon of I Know What You Did Last Summer. All 3 movies. So that's how we're going to do that there. Val saying, sorry, lost internet connection. We're having storms here. Hey, no problem, Val. And I hope you guys are okay there in Wisconsin. I know it's been a little bit rough there lately. You guys be safe. Please be safe. And don't worry about it. Internet connections, that shit happens. You guys, how many times have I had laggy streams because of my internet issues? I don't pass judgment. Yeah, Jordan, I will definitely let you know, buddy, for sure. Like I said, especially with the first episode of the podcast, being that I basically told you and Pam about it first, you guys are probably going to be the first 2 I have on the panel, along with Destin for the first episode. So we'll definitely go from there. I will fill you in as we get closer because, again, we're going to be making ads and stuff and doing advertisements for that. But, guys, this was definitely a lot of fun. I greatly appreciate you all for all of your support. Love the theories. We're going to be doing more of this, talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer, discussing the new reboot, especially as more news comes out, as another trailer comes out. We'll break that down and dissect that and have some more great conversations on this upcoming reboot. I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait. But all right, guys, as you know, I am Marcus. This is I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube Horror Movie Channel. I'm going to catch you guys on Thursday for the live watch party of whatever Scream movie you guys chose. So keep an eye out for the post here within the next hour as I reveal which Scream movie won and which Scream movie we're going to watch on Thursday. And also, keep your eyeballs open, keep your notifications turned on, because I have my Halloween video that I'm going to be releasing tomorrow. I am releasing that tomorrow. And by Friday, I'm going to release my Scream 7 theory video for the Dewey Riley. So, guys, definitely got a lot of great content coming on the channel. Stay tuned for it, and I will catch you guys the next time. Love every single one of your souls. See you guys later.
You are now watching I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube Horror Movie Channel.
I shot him 6 times.